never take health advice from a guy who's always sick, right? This seems like pretty straightforward advice that most people wouldn't need to tell you. But believe it or not, I look at a lot of health Instagram pages. I look at a lot of health influencer pages. Some of these guys are in really bad shape. And they're in and out of the hospital. And they're getting all these blood tests, getting all these lab tests. And they're like, what's up with me? And they're telling people out there, they're like, health is extremely complicated. Trust me, it's going to take you a while to figure out. Trust me, I got it figured out. I'm just going through a hiccup right now. And I'm in and out of the hospital. I'm getting all these tests. Brother, if you have a guy who's in and out of the hospital, who's in a hospital every week, who has to get tests every week, who isn't feeling all right every week, and the guy had years to resolve his health, and he isn't in good shape, brother, honestly, you should not be taking health advice from guys like that. And there's a lot of guys that are in bad shape in the health field, and they'll offer health advice. Brother, it's just not great. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to realize a lot of these guys' thoughts that they have on health ended them up in that health situation. When my health started improving, I stopped needing to do all this stuff, right? I stopped getting panicky. I stopped having anxiety about my health. I started to feel like I was striding. I started to feel like I was just like running in terms of health. I started feeling great. I didn't really need any help in terms of health when I started feeling great. You always take advice from people you want to be like. If someone's in a bad situation health-wise, they shouldn't be given health advice. And you should be wary about who you take health advice from. Right? For every guy on the health field, for everything that exists in the health field, there's always like 1,000 studies that support the thing and 1,000 studies that go against it. You can find 1,000 studies that support tobacco or support coffee, 1,000 studies online that go against coffee and go against tobacco. Sometimes you're like, okay, I need to use my judgment. I need to experiment. Do I feel better with coffee? Do I feel better using these supplements? I got to use my own judgment regardless of what these health influencers say. I got to make my own decision based on that. Sometimes you really need to do that, right? Sometimes you need to just take the lead and take responsibility for your own health, right? Because no one's going to care as much as you do when it comes to taking